Howdy everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. If you enjoyed this content, please as always like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. But yeah, for the topic today, I wanted to talk about brain rot, which has been a buzzword for now a few years actually. It's a pretty common staple in our daily lives where we do endless doom scrolling, and it does have a huge, I guess you can say, dopamine rush for a lot of us. And I don't want to really be a stickler by saying dopamine rush, it's more like a stimulant to us. And the most troubling one for me is that we even see creators in short-form spaces selling quick hacks and shortcuts to escape the rat race, feeding into the idea that everything should be fast, easy, and effortless. It takes time. And that kind of goes on to the real issue with brain rot in today's video, which isn't just information overloading, but it's really low-value content engineered to waste our time. Content designed to be endless, soothing, hypnotic, or ASMR-like, where the goal isn't learning or connecting, but really just keeping us watching videos over and over again. So the question starts to become, why do we keep watching it? And most importantly, why do we even let our kids watch it too? A lot of us know the types of videos I'm talking about. Cocomelon, Skibbity Toilet, Roblox Shorts, endless meme loops. They're not inherently evil, but they're optimized for repetition, not growth. Now, of course, I don't want to point any fingers, but we do have to be honest with ourselves. We're part of the problem with this. These videos feel relaxing and they're easy. They give our brains a break, and that makes sense. This is just a new way we've learned to cope in a high-stress world, and I myself included. I'm not one to shy away from saying that my job is very stressful, despite me enjoying the job itself very much. But we do live in a time that is very fast-paced, very entrepreneurial, and very grind mindset that really does fatigue us, and it does wear us down. Now, for people around my age, our version of brain rot was Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon's, which, you know, cartoons like SpongeBob, or I guess more of my time, which was Ed and Eddie, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, or heck, even going back to now, The Amazing World of Gumball, which the videos are funny. They're made to be funny. They're made to be relaxing for kids. Yeah, that's our brain rot, or that was the brain rot. And you can argue that it slightly lowered attention spans, but there is a key difference between then and now. I pointed to older cartoons, and technically speaking, you can even fit the genre of more modern cartoons or content back in the early 2000s because the access was very limited. No smartphones, no infinite scrolling. You had to wait until school or until school ended. You had homework, you had chores, you had extracurricular activities, and really, free time came after those responsibilities. Today, entertainment is instant, portable, and endless. So, you know, I preach about the old cartoons, and I'm not trying to say that I'm anti-cartoon or anti-fun, because downtime does matter, because watching dumb, hilarious content is fine. The issue is what we give our attention to and for how long. For the sake of this video, I even watched a deep dive video on this topic by HowTown, and I'll provide the link below, which breaks down the science behind short-form media. And they discuss a study called the Munchie experiment. And in the experiment, about 60 people took a cognitive test, then took a 10-minute break. Now, during the break, participants either sat quickly, scrolled Twitter, or watched a normal YouTube video, or even scrolled TikTok. And after the break, they took the test again. So, after all this, what were the results? Well, it showed the TikTok group having a significant drop in performance, specifically in perspective memory, which is your ability to remember or to do something you intended to do. And that starts to sound very familiar, doesn't it? Which is, remember, as I said, easy consumption or autopilot behavior, procrastination. It's a slow erosion of drive, not because we're lazy, but because we're constantly switching without intention. I really do want to be clear when I say this. I'm not saying TikTok is evil or that shorts are going to ruin your life. The reality is that the format exists, and ignoring it doesn't help. Quite the opposite, actually. Used intentionally, YouTube and TikTok can be a very powerful tool. There's more free education online today than ever before. Skills people needed to get a college degree can now be accessed to anyone online. And as someone who has a college degree themselves too, and who always strives to learn something new every day, especially with what I'm trying to learn for myself personally, I always encourage that you use this content for free. You use it to your advantage. And in my opinion, I think that is the beauty of the internet. It can really be a curse or a blessing. Now, of course, life is tough. I doom scroll sometimes too. But when I catch myself doing it, I try to step back and ask, why am I here right now? Partly the reason why I do it is because I try to remember that I want to create content for an audience to learn from my mistakes. someone that is literally an average intelligent person with a decent job that I couldn't even imagine getting as an average person. Or finding someone that is really supportive in my life, which is my girlfriend, and really me just involving myself in people that really want to see me grow. That's why I do it. But again, I'm not without fault, and other people are not without fault too. I see this play out in my own family too. My dad is very glued to his phone, which he loves to use Facebook, his emails, his texts, or whatever. It frustrates my mom, and honestly, it frustrates me too. But instead of telling him to put the phone down, I ask what he's looking at. I try to involve myself in what he's doing. I turn a solo activity into a shared one. Both my mom and dad have a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix. So when conversations are slow at like a dinner table or whenever I'm spending time with them, I'll pull out a funny video about dogs, and sometimes that turns into a conversation about AI or editing or creativity, and the phone part or the endless doom scrolling starts to become more of a bridge rather than a barrier between us. A lot of this comes down to how we consume, not just what we consume. Doom scrolling isolates us, sharing content creates connections, and at the end of the day, the deeper problem isn't stimulation or dopamine, it's autopilot. When we stop choosing what we pay attention to, we start building habits we didn't mean to build. And that's really why it's so important where you put your time and your attention into the content that you feed yourself. And not just yourself too, but what you give it to your kids. I really don't want to be a red pill person that says you have to delete all the apps on your phone and you have to go, I don't know, MGTOW. I'm going a bit overboard with that. But the moment you stop choosing what you pay attention to, something else starts choosing for you. And once again, you don't have to quit social media. You don't even have to be perfect about it. Just don't let an infinite feed decide how you spend your time or your focus or even your life. Protect your attention, because whatever you give it is what you become eventually. And we want to do our best to negate that as possible. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this one, as well as share your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Sky High Ken signing out, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.